Red Dead Redemption 2 follows the story of our main protagonist, Arthur Morgan. Arthur begins the story as a loyal outlaw living in the late 1800s where the Old West is fading. Working for the Dutch Van der Linde gang that raised him from a young age, he robs, he kills, and he disregards morality and faith in humans. But his life takes a sharp turn when he's diagnosed with tuberculosis, a well-known death sentence in the 1800s.
Be the symptoms?
Well, I think you've heard them. I'm coughing.
Is there any blood?
Sometimes.
You got tuberculosis. Really sorry for you, son. It's a hell of a thing.
What you mean?
You're real sick. It's a progressive disease, and you'll be... Now, the best thing is rest, and getting somewhere warm and dry, and taking it easy. Now, is that possible?
Sure, I can just take my winters in my country club in California. No, it's not possible.
Before Arthur Morgan gets sick, he isn't thinking about redemption. He's not even thinking about what's right and what's wrong. He's just doing what he's always done, living as an outlaw, loyal to Dutch Van der Linde and the gang that raised him. At this stage, Arthur believes in the gang's mission. As they escape Blackwater, he sees Dutch almost like a father and follows him without question. Now, how does Arthur contract tuberculosis? Arthur contracts TB during a mission where he is sent out to retrieve money that debtors owe them. When confronting debtor Thomas Downs, who claims he is sick and unable to pay the gang back, Arthur beats the debtor roughly. The debtor coughs blood into Arthur's mouth, therefore spreading the disease to him. Unknown to the player at the time, Arthur's symptoms start from a small cough to losing his balance, not being able to speak coherently, and coughing up blood.
You borrowed money from my business partner, Herr Strauss. You owe him, you took the money. He wants it back, what's not to understand? Where's our money?
I don't have it.
Sell your place.
We already owe more than it's worth.
Then sell your wife, or your family, or something. We ain't your idea of charity. Is that clear?
But there are small moments that hint something deeper might be inside him. For example, when you help people along the road on side missions.
Take me off this horse!
Good God.
Please untie me!
I don't want to see you no more. What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, praise be, you came when you did! I don't know what would have happened.
You
I
just
won't
get
forget what
home
you did for
safe,
me.
ma'am.
Or take time to draw in his journal, Arthur shows little signs of reflection. In this way, his character before tuberculosis is like a seed that hasn't grown yet. He has the potential to change, but he hasn't had a reason to. That reason comes later when he realizes time is running out. Although the mechanics of Red Dead Redemption 2 cannot change Arthur's fate in the end, the player has the ability to shape their experiences as an outlaw. The player is given an honor meter which measures the choices they make throughout the game. Performing positive actions raises your honor towards the right, while negative actions will draw it towards the left. A few positive actions are brushing your horse, saving citizens from danger, and simple hellos to others. Its impact seems subtle at first, ranging from small interactions between NPCs or other characters, yet it can change the relationships between characters, the ending, and Arthur's ongoing legacy. I want to take a look now at what makes Arthur human, specifically his journal entries. These allow him to have redemption. In this journal entry, Arthur's relationship with regret is complicated. This line, "But I suppose every man has enough regrets as to let him die happy," isn't about happiness in the usual sense. It's about accepting that regret is a universal part of being alive. Arthur feels a sense of comfort knowing that his mistakes aren't unique, or maybe even that they're necessary. He is an outlaw after all. As the gang falls apart, secrets are kept, and the suspicions Arthur had were true. Arthur's entire identity crumbles, being forced to deal with the fallout of the gang while dealing with the slow deterioration of his health. He's questioning the foundation of his life, the code he used to justify everything. Was it ever real or just a story he told himself? This kind of self-doubt is the beginning of wisdom, but it's also painful truth. Redemption for Arthur might just be the courage to admit that he was wrong all along. One of Arthur's most vulnerable entries, he explains the irony of how his diagnosis, TB, not a bullet, hits him harder than any wound ever could. He survives shootouts, brawls, and the unpredictable life of an outlaw, but it's the beating he gave to Thomas Downs, a desperate sick man begging for mercy, that seals his fate. In a world obsessed with violence, it's this act of cruelty that comes back to claim him. Arthur doesn't try to dodge responsibility of his actions. He states, "He begged for mercy and I beat the bastard and he died, and now I'm dying too." The violence he inflicted doesn't just haunt him, it becomes the literal cause of his death. As his thoughts race, Arthur lists the people he's currently thinking of: the monk and nun who represent forgiveness and faith, Downs' widow, a symbol of the pain he caused, Abigail and Mary, women he cares for but who will live with the fallout of his choices. Even in his dying, Arthur can't escape the effects of his actions. This entry showcases a turning point. Arthur's awareness of the harm he's done is a step towards redemption, even if it doesn't save him. Redemption isn't erasing what you did, but finally seeing it clearly and trying to make what amends you can before the end.
But I still don't believe in nothing.
Often, neither do I.
Huh?
But then I meet someone like you, and everything makes sense.
You're too smart for me, sister. I guess I'm afraid.
There is nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan. Take a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
So, is redemption possible? That depends on how it's defined. If redemption means erasing the past, then no. Arthur can't undo the men he's killed, or the women he's threatened, or the people he's failed. But if redemption means acknowledging the wrong and fighting to do the right, even in their last moments, then yes, Arthur Morgan is redeemed. Arthur makes it his last mission to help John get safe, with Abigail and his kid, Jack.
It would mean a lot to me. Please. There ain't no more time for talk. Go. Arthur. Go to your family. Arthur! Get the hell out of here and be a goddamn man. You're my brother. I know. I know.
Redemption doesn't fix anything, it doesn't save the world, but it changes Arthur, and that's what matters.